Okay. Everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira David. And now, Baruch Hashem, we learned the Torah Samachay, and hope everyone benefited by it, and hope you improved your tefillah by making your tefillah into one. And we're thinking about it. We're very good, Shach. That's what we're supposed to do. Oh, it's a big avoid. It's a big, because that's our tachlis. That's the tach. We have to try to make everything. We have to unify everything. Unbelievable. But at least now we know what it is, right? Okay, and we'll work on it. Mitzvah Shem. Yeah. So now the Rebbe says like this: Hilchos Netilas Yadayim Shachris Halacha Dalet. Apia Torah Vayomer Bayez El Rus. Here we go. Baruch Hashem. Siman Samach Hey. Ayin Sham Ala Torah Heitiv. Study it well. V'aklal she'adam tzarich tamid listakel ala tachlis shehu kulay toiv kulay yachad. A person always has to look at his tachlis. How HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always doing everything for us, mamish perfectly, and He's running our lives in the most perfect way possible. Even though, for the people looking on the outside, things may look wow. What would that's perfect? Yeah, but we understand that mamish, whatever the Rebbeinu Shalom does for us is mamish l'toivas. It's for our good mamish. Shesham mispatlin kol yisurim v'chol hatzara shabayla. And when you can do that, we said when you can close your eyes and you can connect back to the Rebbeinu Shalom. So that's how you can be mevatel all the yisurim, right? You can come and all the tzaras of the world, ki hakol l'taiva, because then you realize it's all me'ez Hashem, so it's all good. Anyone that's listening now, you should know, if you want to study and understand a little bit better, please see the other videos regarding the Torah Samachay. Ach avalpi. Ach yefsher listakel ala tachlis hazeh ki im b'sisimu de'einayin mechazu dehayalma legamri. So to find that good during the problem, when a person's going through whatever issue they're going through, it's impossible to see that good unless you close your eyes. And closing your eyes means you close the vision. You don't see all the distractions of this world. You mamish connect back to the Rebbeinu Shalom, where, so to say, your seichel checks out of your mind, and it connects to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Your intellect leaves, it connects with the Rebbeinu Shalom, and then it can come back. But it's impossible if you're seeing things in the world, because then the mind is engaged with the seichel, and then it can't function in that way. So that's why it's instilled in every single person. It's built into our makeup that whenever we have some kind of a terrible pain, chas v'shalom. So what do we do? Who seisim v'oitzim einav b'chazokam. Close your eyes very, very, very tightly. And that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu did it. In other words, if the concept seems foreign, why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu make it that whenever someone is experiencing any kind of a pain, they'll close their eyes tightly from the world, right? Isn't it fascinating? David, what do you think? There's HaKadosh Baruch Hu made us in that way that we'll do it. And it's in our makeup.
Mutba.
It's mutba. It's mutba benefesh, a beautiful word, right? I don't know why you put that in English. I don't know how you translate that word. It's instilled.
Yeah. It's
instilled, maybe. What kind of word? How would you translate it? It's such a beautiful word. The Hebrew language is so beautiful. Okay, I am some kol zehetiv. See that all very well. But Baruch Hashem, I think you guys understand a little bit better now. Makes it okay, good. And that's why we did the Torah, because otherwise the concepts are very, very, very out there. I am some kol zehetiv. Afterwards, hishav me'abitel chayisrem is gabra me'isurim b'yosem me'betchila. So we said when you come back from when you're engaged in that beautiful bliss with the Rebbeinu Shalom, you feel so good, but then you open your eyes, and then everything's back again. And we said it's like when there's two people fighting, right? When there's two people fighting, then they can't. One if he sees that the other one is gaining on him, he gets an adrenaline, and he gives him a zetz back. He fights him back, right? So we said, then why is that? Because the seichel it was one with the Rebbeinu Shalom, it came back with such gewaltig, I don't know what word to use, bounty, beauty. It came back with such beauty in it, but the mind can't accept it. So it kind of leaves, and it's only the Rishimu that's left. There's only the Rishimu that's left in the mind of what it is, and that's, we said this week, you can get the Chidushei Torah or the new vigor in your Avodas Hashem. K'may shnei anoshim nelchamim zeh im zeh, kishe'echad roya. If one sees that the other one is overpowering him, so what does he do? He gets an adrenaline burst and he bangs him back. So we're drawing the Torah, we're drawing new Torah in our lives through the Yisurim. Because again, if I didn't have the problem, right? If I didn't have the problem, I would not have closed my eyes so tightly, right? If I didn't have that pain, I would not have closed my eyes so tightly. So then I would not have been able to draw that new Torah into my life from the bittul. From that state of bittul, I was able to bring that new Torah into my life, right? And again, we're not saying, we always ask the Rebbeinu Shalom, please don't give us nisayon, don't give us these tests. But again, in life, we have to experience different things. And when we experience the things, so at least we know there's a tachlis for it. How to deal with it? We know there's a tachlis for it. Vayidation is batal el tachlis, and through the person being able to nullify himself through to find that tachlis, to know it's kulei toiv. So now that Rishimu can now shine into the mind, into the person's kli, because we said that the mind, the mayach, is the kli for the seichel, right? The mayach, the mind, the brain, right? The brain is the kli for the seichel, correct? So now this Rishimu is with part of the seichel. So now it can shine because it's only a trace of it left. It can shine now into the mind. It can put some light into the mind. And then we said you can be mekabel the Torah from the simcha, because again, where does the simcha come from? When you recognize what you're going through, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so to say, Kiviyachal, is going through the trouble to put me through this problem at this moment, because he cares so much for me, because he wants to help me ultimately. So when we understand that, and we understand that the Rebbeinu Shalom, which is he's infinite, but he takes the time, kiviyachol, to help me with my things, and it brings a person tremendous simcha. You could turn it around because you know there's a tachlis for it. I'm not just suffering for naught. There's something here. There's something to it. I'm gaining something by it. Again, we don't ask the Rebbeinu Shalom for these tests. But again, unfortunately, like we said, we go through life and we deal with different things in life. So at least we're learning how you deal with it. And you could have a simcha even in a difficult situation. Even in a difficult situation, you still can have some kind of a simcha. Does it make sense? Is understood? Okay. Wow, that's very good. That's the kli to kabel Torah. When you have simcha, you need simcha to have Torah. If you don't have simcha, you're not going to have Torah. If you learn, what?
I'm just thinking about last night, like what happened here, like very sad.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what's going to come.
We have no idea. Yeah. No, the Arizal says the Rebbeinu Shalom takes karbanas to help Klal Yisrael as a whole. Again, there's no explanation. These are Darkei Hashem, the Starim. We have to be with the family, and we have to support them. And what else? Mamash, such a sad story. Such a sad story, right? 13. Wow, she's 13 years old. 14-year-old girl. Never gedacht. Wow. No. She should be Mamash Amelitz Yoshe for all of Klal Yisrael. Okay, but again, even with that, we all know that we all come into the world for a tafkid. We have something to accomplish, and when we accomplish that thing, so our job is done over here. We're not. This is not our goal. Our goal isn't to be in the world. Our goal is to be in Olam Haba. That's our goal. That's our tachlis. But we're in this world and we're dealing with the world to bring us to our tafkid, to our tachlis. Right? So again, please, maybe you could think of it like that. So Baruch Hashem, this young lady, Baruch Hashem, she accomplished what she had to accomplish. And okay, what else are we supposed to do? What else can we do? Right? And give comfort to the family. That's the only thing that we can do. We said that sometimes the nefesh has that thirst. The nefesh is quenched. It's thirsting from Avodas Hashem. It's thirsting to have that connection to the Rabbeinu Shalom. So sometimes the nefesh it sets this thing up because its nefesh is so to say well, I don't know what word to use. It's just pining for some avodas Hashem. Maybe we can use that word. I don't know. Okay, and it has that thirst. Shul bechinas yisurim. That's what the yisurim are. Sometimes the yisurim that we're going through is because the nefesh is pining to get closer to the Rabbeinu Shalom. As we learned the beautiful we sang the niggin the other day, right? Mm-hmm. Only the niggin from the Lubavitch Baruch Hashem. Ayin sham kol zeh beheitev ba'oz yichaylan l'spalul keroyu, and then you'll be able to daven the right way because you'll know all the things that are bothering you. You understand there's a tachlis for it, and there's something. And then when you realize that, you want to give so much praise and shevach to the Rabbeinu Shalom because you realize how close you are to him and how close he is to you. Okay, and then a person can daven says echad mikol tefillah, and then you can make a unity. We can make those beautiful bouquets, and we take the beautiful bouquets all together, and we make a beautiful, most beautiful flower arrangement, and we put it together. Ayin sham heitev. Okay, so that was the introduction. And of the Torah, and that's why, guys, if you understand, that's why I said let's learn the Torah inside, because otherwise the Rav Nassan's introduction is great if you learn the Torah inside, right, David? Maskim? Ken. Okay, good. Now, Beis. Okay, v'zeh bechinas netilas yadayim shachris. Now we're back to our program, but now we're going to plug in this information that we just learned from Torah Samach Hey. We're going to plug that into to here now. This is the point. So in other words, we're learning this idea when a person's going through the serious pain, he closes his eyes. But when else do we close our eyes? When we go to sleep at night, we close our eyes also. So wait a second. So Sheina is a bechina bittul. Sheina sleeping is a bechina bittul. Like the niggin you're saying today. What was the niggin you're saying? Taiv lahodes Lashem. Right, so as you can gain your emunah at night, which then you can get up in the morning and sing the praise to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Right, that was the song you sang, right? Baruch Hashem, it was a beautiful rika. Thank you, Shacha. Bechinas bittul el atachlis sesima de'einin. Again, that's the idea of being mevatel el atachlis. And then, okay, so now, watch this. Now, look. So we know, what do? We have it from the Arizal. We understand that we're supposed to forgive everybody before we go to sleep, right? You know the lashon, right? We all know it, right? In the Rebbeinu Shalom, right? We're supposed to say that. Right. Whatever the person did to me in this world or in the next world or in this Gilgul, a different Gilgul, anything, it doesn't matter. I forgive everybody. It's a blanket statement. I'm forgiving everybody. Why? Because I understand that all of those things that transpired to me were really from Hashem. Right? Like you were learning the other day in the Tanya, right? Where you're saying the guy came over, this is bothering the Yid during his davening. That's from the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's why he said that this what do you call it? The Shekhinah is resting in that guy. Right. Amazing, right? The Shekhinah is in the guy because that's the Rebbeinu Shalom. So again, all the things, if that's by a guy, but of course by a Yid, HaKadosh Baruch Hu sets up, and again, and no one has the right to hurt anybody. Of course, like you said, David and Yocheved, you don't have prosecute him. You don't have right. In other words, that'll be his problem. That's his dealing with the Rebbeinu Shalom. But as far as I'm concerned, what the person did to me, took from me, did whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I realize it was mamash me'ez Hashem, and when I realize it's mamash me'ez Hashem, so then I can, so to say, I can go to sleep and then connect myself to that bittul of going to sleep. Okay, misham shayvish hashena. Okay, shebishas sheina mizdapkin ba'oma da'asi. Because when we go to sleep, we're connected to. Look at the word we're using, mizdapkin, right? Devik, we're clinging, right? How do you translate that? Like you're clinging to the future world. Mama's connected to the next world while they go to sleep. Shu bechinas bittel. That's bittel. Bechein ba'Torah kimerachim in the Hagim in Simon Zion. The Rebbe. Oh, that's another famous, beautiful Torah. Alamam Rabbi Zainu Zavam Rabbi Eliezer Yoshein Muvan Gam Kein Sheshena Shu bechinas bittel bechinas ayin loy ra'asa. So we said like this. We said that really the ayin loy rasa that we learned in the Torah also. What was ayin loy rasa? The ayin that our eyes never saw the next world. Our eyes can't experience olam haba. Our eyes can't experience Gan Eden, right? The eyes can't. But when I close my eyes, my seichel can travel. The seichel can travel when I close my eyes. Why does a Kadosh Baruch Hu make us tired? Why do we get tired at night? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in other words, again, here's the two ideas. Sometimes a person has a difficult situation, a pain, he stubbed his toe, or he has a toothache, chas v'shalom, all these things, chas v'shalom, anything. So then what happens? We just close our eyes. It's mutba in us that we have to close our eyes. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu does this every day. He makes us tired at night, so we have to go to sleep. Wait a second. So notice, maybe if I take advantage of going to sleep the right way, and I understand that that's the bittul, I can save myself from a lot of other problems.
Hashem literally instilled it within our...
That we get tired to close our eyes.
Cycle.
Yeah, it's mutba in us. That's also mutba in us, that we get tired. Unbelievable, right?
You have to go to sleep good.
No, so that's, but we spoke about that a lot, right? The Kriya Shema Lamita the right way, and then you settle everything up, and it's kishmaka thing what you can accomplish. And then when you do that, so what, you spend 10 minutes. So you spend 10 minutes, 12 minutes, you can say beautiful Kriya Shema Lamita 10, 12 minutes. Okay? I know it's much longer than Ma'ariv in most places. I know, I'm sorry, but but really, if you spend 10, 12 minutes, look what you can gain. It's a beautiful investment. It's mamash an amazing investment of time. It's an amazing investment of time. Okay. Because you're running away from the din. Because we said, when does the din come in? The first section of the night. That's when it's over by the HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives over to the matron Usa. The first section, right? What?
Prime time.
That time is long.
Prime time. There we go. Yeah, that's right. So specifically then, shekulam nimshachim bechinas bilbul adas. That's all bilbul adas. It's trying to confuse me. So what do? I go to sleep. But how do I go to sleep? I first say Kriya Shema Lamita. I first forgive everybody. I first make sure I settled up everything when I did wrong. I make sure I settle up everything, my store for the day with the Rabbeinu Shalom. So then I can go to sleep and mamish gain by the bittul. I can gain by that bittul. That's real bittul. Amazing. You want to say something to that?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, can move the brain of Makay Macher, Umachma Shadam Bol Azel Oilam. Because we come to this world, Rak Bishvil HaMelchama. Look at this. Come on. We come to this world for a war. Wow, everyone thinks they come to this world because, we're supposed to, go on vacation and, all the things. No. We're learning here that, no, we come to this world for a war. There's a war going on. Lililcha milchemes Hashem. We're fighting the war. We're in the tzivas Hashem, right? We're part of Tzivas Hashem. The Tzivas Hashem. We're mamish in the army of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're fighting that war. Im Taivus v'Abelbulim. We're fighting the Taivus, all of the desires and all of the confusion, all of that. So that's mamish war. We think wars, when you go out with a gun and this and that. No, but we're fighting the spiritual war. The spiritual war is a much more difficult war than the actual wars. To constantly connect your mind, to be dovek to HaKadosh Baruch Hu all the time. So how do you do that? Via the bittul at night, via that bittul. When you get up in the morning, you do it the right way, and you start with that moida ani, and you wash your hands the right way. right? So we said we have the das, then you get the das. What's the das? We said is hashgacha pratis. So now I'm setting myself up. So for the day, everything that happens to me, I realize it's from Hashem. So I'm so to say setting myself up on that program. The mind is always working like Yegiya. The mind is working, is making Yegiya, is trying to get closer to the Rabbeinu Shalom. V'alkein, we have a few minutes. Okay. Hitbiya Hashem Yisbarach b'nefesh Adam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu instilled again into every person. When the mind is overworking because it's trying to make sense of what's going on in the world, the mind is overworking. You heard this thing, you heard that thing. The mind's overworking, right? The yipol olav shena. The mind gets tired. HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts on the person to be tired. It's amazing. Right? Now, as you're hearing all of these things and the news and the this and the that and all of the stuff like prime time, like you said that, right? And then what does Hashem do? Hashem says, no. Now you're going to get tired. Right? That's what it is. Because now I'm closing my eyes and I'm avatal my mind. I'm avatal my mind, so I can let my seichel connect up again on high, the same way like we learned when a person has a problem and he closes his eyes and the seichel checks out of the mind and he goes up and there's a reshimu. So too, when we go to sleep, we can accomplish the same thing and have that reshimu and everything else via the sleep. That is bittul. But again, you have to prepare yourself the right way to do that. So that's how you're going to sleep the right way. Right? Hainu, bittul ela tachlis hatoiv. And we're vatal ourselves when we recognize that it's all toiv and it's all the Rabbeinu Shalom. V'sham is vatlin kol ha-bilbulim, and that's where we can mevatel all the confusion, all the nonsense of the world, all the noise of the world. Sheheim bechinas klal kol adinim v'atzaris v'yisurim ha'maniyas. That's in general. All the din, all the judgment, and the tzaris, the pain, v'yisurim, and the suffering, v'ha'maniyas, and all the obstacles that come our way. Right? All those obstacles that come away. Everything is only there to get me to recognize it's you, Hashem. That's all. It's all there to get me to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu. To be mevatel to the tachlis, which is kulei toiv. Umisham nitba hashena. Over there, HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts us into the shena. Put that shena, that sleep inside of us. Ki adam, kol adam, V'al kol haberuim, on all people and all creations, everything can connect to this. V'al kein be'emes, mi shezoiche yachal lahasik b'shas hashena devarim gevayim miyayit. Yachal, look at the words. Yachal lahasik b'shas shena. You're able to attain big things. Devarim gevayim, very lofty things. Ma'oid. Because you're being mevatel yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Or Ein Sof. Wow.
It's amazing you just go to sleep right, what you're doing like...
What you're accomplishing. It's not a waste. It can be the most amazing thing.
You're talking about specifically when you say going to sleep right.
Going to sleep right. You go to sleep with the Kriya Shema Lamita.
Really having a covenant, like,
and you say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. And what do? You close your eyes when you say Shema.
So often I just say it fast.
Okay, listen. This is what we're learning. No, but you're learning. Again, so Shacha again. I'm going to tell you this and I will say it again and again. Reb Nassan, all he's doing is he's showing you all the things that we normally do, how important they are. That's all it is. He's not telling you to do anything new. He's telling you you're going to get tired at night and go to sleep. Okay, so go to sleep the right way. Go to sleep the right way. That's all.
Amazing.
Now, but again, or else where would we learn these things? Who would tell us these things? Right? Unbelievable. That's why I believe this limit is so important, because it just gives us it gives us a new appreciation for the things that we're doing. Mm-hmm. True, we do these things anyway. So let's just do it with a reshimu. From that reshimu, right, from that Rishima that we have, right, that it gives us that new vigor, that new understanding. Okay, then you can attain what you can attain. And again, Rav Nosson and Rabbi Nachman is only drawing this all from the words of Rabbi Shimon and the Zohar. Mi yale ba Hashem, mi yakum v'kaim kodshay, right? Nechi chapayim v'alevav Hashem. Okay, remember the words, okay? Okay. Here we go. This is why we again, Hilchas Netilas Yadayim Chakras, right? So now, when you get up from sleep, what do? Wash your hands. Because when you get up, now I'm coming back from my bittul. I was mevatel myself to the Shechina, to the Ein Side. Now I'm coming back from that. So then we say, when we come back, there's going to be a lot of noise, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So what do I have to do? As I write some adinim she'em al-bilbulim, then those dinim and the bilbulim, all the confusion. And the thing you start, the mind starts thinking, like, what am I going to do today, this and that, all that stuff. The bilbulim come, shemehem kol hatumos, shemehem kol hatum, all the impurity comes from heim roitzim lizgabe yoiser b'yoiser. They want to overpower the person. They want to overpower you when you get up in the morning. They're trying to overpower you before you even get out of bed.
It's the return.
Yeah, that's the return. They're fighting. It's a fighting. That makes good sense, right? It's unbelievable. Come avoid by Torah now, as we learned in Samachay. Okay, very good. Baruch Hashem. Then I have to work so hard to be mevatel, all of that stuff. The same way when I have my going on during the day, I have to do that. When I close my eyes, when I come back, I have the bilbul. So now I'm coming back again from bittul because I went to sleep the right way, and now I came back from the bittul. So now all the stuff is coming against me. So now I can get the rishimu also if I'm going to sleep. So it's amazing. I can accomplish the same ideas. The same idea as going through a difficult pain, difficult situation, which causes me to close my eyes. So at night, HaKadosh Baruch Hu does every night. Baruch Hashem, He does this every night. He makes us that we get tired. So that's the biggest bracha. That's the biggest bracha that HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes us tired. So if I know I'm going to get tired normally, let's say at 10 o'clock, so let me say, something at 9:45, I'll start saying Kriya Shema Lamita. So then when I get tired, I can go to sleep. And I did it the right way. Yeah.
Do we need to sleep based on this concept?
You can't live if you don't sleep.
I know, but I'm saying there are nights of the year where we don't sleep.
Okay, but that's okay. No, okay. You mean like Leil Shavuos, Leil Shana Rabbah. So there's reasons for that, but that's different. Those are very special nights. But we're talking here the regular, 363 days of the year. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there are times that you'll stay up, and again, if you do it the right way, it's unbelievable. Okay, but again, Shu Bechinas Mayim. So that's the whole idea. The Rishimu is the Mayim. Because why would he say the Mayim is? The Mayim is Das. It comes from the Mei Elyon. Remember we learned that? Remember it's the Mei Elyon. From those upper waters. And that's the Das, that's the Hashkacha. So I use the water specifically because Das is Hashkacha. Hashkacha is knowing that it's all you Hashem. That's why I need to use water when I wash Tekev Kishekamim Me'ashen. As soon as I get up from my sleep, what I need to do, I need to wash my hands. I need water. Ki oz shekamim Me'ashen. I need to draw the waters of Torah. Right? Ein mayim ela Torah, right? You know that concept, right? Ein mayim ela Torah. So I need to draw the water, the water, mei ha-Torah. I need the waters of Torah. Kidei legoresh ruach ha-tumah ha-shoira ala guf ve'ikar ala yadayim. So we know that there's the koyach of tumah because of sleep is a shishim of misa, right? A 60th of death. So because we know that, so then there is a tumah, there's an impurity that rests on the body. But where does it really rest? On the hands, specifically on the hands, on the fingers. Dainu koyches hadinim umebalbelim va'oimdim va'orvim. Look at these words that he's using here. The koyches hadin, these koyach hadin, is coming to confuse. They're standing va'orvim and they're ambushing him. Arv means to ambush, right? They're laying an ambush. They're trying to get me. They rest upon the guf while I'm sleeping. So they try to creep in and they try to bring impurity into my guf. So now when the das comes back from the bittul, the seichel comes back from the bittul. You ne'echozim ba'yoser. They'll mamish be. They're ready on you. They're ready on the person. They're trying to attack you right away. Therefore, I have to try to expel them right away as soon as I get up. Using specifically water. Because I'm taking the waters of the pure waters from the Meimei HaTorah. That's coming. We said Torah is coming from the Rishima, remember? So that I'm getting that new Torah from the Rishima because I went to sleep. I have another kind of Rishima now because I went to sleep. So then I get the Torah. And then because I'm getting the Torah from my bittul. So then I can use that benefit of the Rishima for my bittul when I went to sleep the right way. I can use that and I get the Koyach HaTorah, that new Chidushei Torah, which is Meimei HaTorah. That's what we're learning over here. So then I take that water and I wash and I use that to wash off the tumah that tried to ambush me, that tried to attack me while I was asleep. And that's why we have to have a chidushei Torah every single day. That's why we have a ischachus, we have a renewing of our mayach, of our mind. Remember we learned those words a while ago? Remember where they came from? Eicha. From Eicha, right? Remember? Chadoshim labakarim rabba emunah. Yeah. No, Russell wants to always remind us. He said, remember we learned Shach, you have to make the tefillah one. So Nassim tries to make all his lessons one. So he brings you back other things so you can remember the other things, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, we said this in Kriya Shema, Asher Anochi Mitzavecha Hayoim. I guess we'll stop over here. Every day when you learn Torah, every day your avodah, it should be what? It should be beinecha kachadashim. What did you say, David?
Go for a minute because I don't have any.
Okay. Nimsa shebechol yom sheichilam shechalatz meikabalas atara mechadash. So now I had to understand that every day I need to be drawn to myself the kabbalas atara mechadash. I have to have a new kabbalas there. Why do you say birchas atara every day? To be mekab, hainu ki ayedei sheina shu bechinas bittul, because sheina, which is an idea of bittul that we're learning, and we understand that. Umisham tzricha lekabel eschachas Torah. Now I have to bring back a schachas newness of Torah. Kidei levatel adinim vatumas, in order to be vatel the din and the impurity. Haroitzim li is goros that wants to come and attack me. V'oz daika biyosa umisha zeichel ezeh b'shleimus lechadish b'Torah chidusha amitim b'chol yom. And anyone that has this idea that he can have Chidushei Torah every day, or a new way I look at my Torah, we learned there's another way. In other words, if I can't have a Chidush of Torah, I see the Torah in a new light. I try to see it in a different way. Ashrei Loi, fortunate is that person. Even if other people don't merit this, listen to this, Shacha. Even if other people don't merit this. Tzrichin al kol panim lizgabe la'aslik b'Torah v'bayke b'akitzei me'ashena. Study Torah as soon as you get up from your sleep. Kamavaya b'chol ha'svarim. All the svarim say this. Look what he says here. Kamavaya b'chol ha'svarim. Everyone agrees to this. This is not Rav Nassim's idea. You said, look at any sefer, they'll tell you the same idea. Get up in the early time. You put out the thirst of the nefesh, and you satiate the nefesh. So therefore you can spare yourself that day from going through all kind of trials and tribulations during the day, because you're quenching the thirst of the nefesh at that point. So the nefesh doesn't have to set up different things for for you to close your eyes and go to the bittul during the day because you already were vatal and you got up and you got the chidushei Torah and you quenched the thirst of the nefesh. You can expel from yourself all kind of judgment, all kind of impurity, all kind of confusion. All from the Torah that you get from the Shemas. That's why it's so important at that time to study Torah, because you just got that Rishima, you just got that trace of Chidushay Torah from Shemayim. You just got it, so engage with it right away. Use it right then and there. Even if you can't have a Chidushay Torah mamish, okay, you're not coming up with the new Torah insights. So come with a new cheshik, with a new vigor, with a new energy. V'chiyas chadash, a new life. Put more life into your Torah. V'yu be'einav kachadosh mamish. It should be feel that it's mamish something new. Kizeu gam kein bechinas eschachas Torah, because that is also chidushei Torah. When you put a freshness into your learning, a new vigor, a new ideas. You try to learn in a different way. You try something special. That's what we do. Then we put on our tzitzis. We're going to get to that after we finish this halacha. We go to tzitzis. Then we get to tefillin. Then we're going to get to hilchas kriya shema. Okay, tefillah. Shekulam ein bechinas is chachas hamaychim. All of that is chidush the chidush hamaychim. Shemenshachim al kol echad miyisrael b'chol yom, that comes on every single Jew every single day. Shekol zeh nimshach bechinas hazricha. That's coming from that shining of what the rishimu shel bittul elatachas shehu bechinas sheina. That's when we go to sleep. So that's why I wish everyone a wonderful day. And when you go to sleep a couple of minutes earlier. Enjoy the words of Kriya Shema Lamita Mamish. Engage in those words and see the beauty in the words and understand that your mamish connecting to the Rebbeinu Shalom. And know when you put your head on the pillow, your mamish going into a bittul. Your mamish connecting with the Ein Sof, and you can collect beautiful, beautiful treasures during the night. And via collecting those beautiful treasures in the morning, you come back with that Rishimu. And that's why you get up early and you engage yourself with Torah to benefit the nefesh, because the nefesh is thirsting. And then when the nefesh is thirsting, you quench the thirst of the nefesh. And with that, we'll all have a gevaldige day. Kol tuv.